Let's start with your reading, Taurus. Let's take a look into your situation, what you're going through, and the messages that you should hear about today. Also, keep in mind that the energies go both ways. Feel free to interpret the direction of the messages as it best resonate with your own personal situation. Now, let's begin with your main message. All right. Right here, the first thing that we've seen coming down on the table is this Page of Swords. And I have to say, there is this energy in your readings lately where we see someone trying to come back to you, trying to be important for you in your life once again. We see here, in fact, with the Page of Swords, that someone external might be keeping an eye on you right now, trying to see what you're up to, trying to see if maybe you are also still thinking about them. And at the end of the day, just trying to understand if a door is still open, Taurus. This Page of Swords is someone who is really much focusing on you, and they don't even do it on purpose, you know? This is someone who wakes up and the first thing they think about, it's you. And the same thing when they go to bed. You are the last thing they think about. They might be looking at your pictures and they might be creating the situation in which they are starting to feel the need to really reach out, to really take this emotional energy into something a little bit more concrete. Now, we see with the Six of Swords that this might be someone who at some point left, who at some point walked away. And this definitely with the Tower was a situation that impacted you, Taurus, in ways that really did not make you happy. Right here we see something happening all of a sudden and you being left there, not knowing what to do, not knowing what to say, not knowing how to stop this, but at the same time, not even knowing if you should have stopped it. Right here, we see how this person right here from this situation is still thinking about you. They're wanting to also make you feel the same way they feel. They have this fire burning inside of them when they think of you. And there is some sort of impulsiveness that it's starting to come out of this energy. Someone impatient to talk to you, to see you, although they're not being upfront about it yet. They might be playing games currently. Something about them is definitely transforming and we'll have to see how. Now, let's see how you feel, Taurus, when it comes to this person currently. The Hangman, the Empress, and the Ten of Wands. You know, with this Three of Pentacles, I definitely see that in the past, you've seen the potential for this to be something absolutely beautiful. The Three of Pentacles shows people who are working for the same goal. And there was a time in which you really thought that the two of you were on the same page, spoke the same love language, really understood each other, and overall wanted the same things. But when this Tower came in, obviously it revealed the situation for what it really was. Right here, I see that you are not really thinking about this in the same way that this person is thinking about it. With the Hangman right there, there is something though that it's blocking you. You are potentially at times still thinking about this or wondering, what if? But at the same time with this Empress, you know that you have to learn from your past mistakes, that you have to learn from those situations in which maybe you gave too much, Taurus. Those situations in which you got out of your way in order to meet their expectations. Right now with the Empress, you understand that you have to put yourself first, especially in situations where the other person is not putting you first, is not making you a priority, is not really fighting for you in the same way that you were fighting for them. This could be someone who was on and off, someone who left, as we were saying, and now you just do not want to be too transparent, too available whenever they think it's time to make this happen, whenever they think that it's time to come back. You want to make sure that you respect these new boundaries that you yourself created, because you know that if you don't respect them yourself, no one else will. And so right now, there is definitely something coming in, and we'll look into it next. But your overall energy is definitely saying, you know what, whatever comes my way from this person, I am not going to give them the satisfaction to see me always available to them just whenever they feel ready. And honestly, this is a great state of mind, because it really puts you in a position where no matter what happens next, you are going to come out of this as a winner, Taurus. At least on the surface. Deep down with the 10 of Wands, I see that there's still a lot of baggage, things that maybe you're trying to ignore about this situation and how it made you feel when it ended. But keep in mind that if you have this Empress energy strong, you are going to really be happy. When and how, we'll have to see. Now, coming up next, Page of Wands, Two of Cups, the Fool, the Sun right here. We are starting to see definitely movement. But to be honest with you, I see that this person is making plans right now. It's not happening right away because they are still spying on you. They're still keeping an eye on you. And so right here we see these two different pages trying to, in a way, fight against each other, because one of them is very secretive and the other one instead is very upfront, someone who takes action and who takes risks. Right here, we see that there's probably something that they need to understand about you before they decide to take action, before they decide to make a move. But whenever they make that move, we see what this is going to be. This is going to be a highly emotional situation, Taurus, or better, conversation. And when we say emotional, honestly, the spectrum of emotions is very wide, which means that at first, maybe this is going to bring some conflict, is going to bring some nervousness, but the underlying energy is love. The underlying energy is someone who wants to really pour their heart out, who wants to say things perhaps they've never said before to you, and they're wanting to take a risk. We're starting to see here what they envision for the future. And for some of you, these intentions, these newly formed intentions, will definitely surprise you, because I don't perceive this person as being someone who is very transparent with their feelings, someone who gets out of their way in order to make something work, even if that means not being in the position of power. This person is very proud. They have this pride that they carry with them, and it impacts everything they say, everything they do. And sometimes it makes them do things or say things that they're not proud of, but they do not realize that until some time has passed. Overall, the way the energies are evolving makes me think that there will be action taken. And whatever that is going to be, we'll look into it next. This is going to make you really happy, Taurus. I see you right here excited. No matter what will come out of this situation, I see you finally able to let go of this burden that you have been carrying around, and finding that happiness that potentially you haven't fully felt since this situation ended. And since this situation broke something within you that now it's time to fix. It's time to put back together. And so we definitely have something that talks about a new beginning, new long lasting beginning for you next with this Ace of Pentacles. Let's see what this is going to be. let's start clarifying all of these messages, especially the incoming energies, to see what this person will do and how it will evolve in case you decide to open a door to it. Doesn't mean that you have to go back to it, to this person, to this situation. But even if you just engage into this situation, will you regret it? If you engage into this conversation, is it something that at some point you'll say, I wish I didn't? How will this energy evolve? What you should expect from it? And what else is coming your way next, Taurus, that you should absolutely know about today? Let's keep going with your reading. If you want to dive deeper into the messages with me, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free, personal, live 30-minute reading. I send out emails every Monday morning. Make sure to check out your spam folder as well, please. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Taurus. What we see at the bottom of the deck with the Two of Swords is that this current situation is definitely going to soon put you in front of a crossroad. And I mean, look at this. The Eight of Wands right underneath it. There are messages, notifications about to show up for you. And although right now, at this moment in time, when thinking about the possibility of receiving these messages, you have a specific idea of what you're going to do and what you're not going to do. When this actually comes in, the emotional energy and the fire energy that this will bring in will make you second guess your decisions at that point. So we definitely have a lot to look into, a lot to clarify. Let's see, first of all, what's about to come in. Let's clarify these Wands energy, the Page of Wands and the Eight of Wands, to see what messages you should expect, what this person will communicate, and then we'll take it from there to see how it's going to evolve. Another one, Ace of Wands with the Fool. Ooh, Five of Pentacles with the Two of Pentacles, and look at this, the Nine of Swords. We clearly see someone here who cannot stop thinking about you, cannot stop thinking about the situation. And honestly, this is something that they were not expecting. Look at this. This is someone who